Hello people, welcome. It is now the recap of Colossalcon 2012. Okay, I'm not going to mention anything about the challenge because I want to keep this video as peaceful and non-conflicting as possible. So I'm not going to talk about the challenge in this video. That'll be in the next video. You'll hear all about the challenge in that one and why I made my decision that I made in the video. But anyway, Colossalcon 2012. What can I say about it? Surprisingly good. Surprisingly better than I thought it was going to be. Let's just start from the beginning first, before I talk about how great it was. Now, Wednesday we left. I forgot my ID. You need your ID to get into 18+ panels, as well as needing an ID for, like, you know, you basically need the ID. If you're traveling, you need your ID, because if you don't have your ID, you will get arrested. And I'm a black man. Without my ID, I was bound to get arrested at some point. But luckily for me, throughout the whole entire trip, nobody asked for my ID at all, because I didn't go to 18. There was no 18+ panels I wanted to go to, and the cops or the train security, because I went on Amtrak train to get to Sandusky, Ohio. Nobody asked me for my ID at all, which I was very, very lucky for. But I eventually did get my ID, and thanks to Nick, he used his ID to, like, you know, because my mom sent my ID to me through express mail to the hotel we were staying at, the Kalahari. And because of Nick, I was able to get my ID, and I was like, you know, that relieved a lot of stress. That made me feel a lot less panicky and worried about not having ID, because I had my ID. But anyway, yes, Thursday, it was like an 18-hour drive on a train. I finally get to Sandusky, but the stupid people didn't tell us the stop was Sandusky, so we missed it. Me and another person who were going to the convention missed it, so we had to go all the way to Toledo. And Nick, nice as he was, actually drove all the way to Toledo. Well, actually, he wasn't driving. Zero was driving, but still, he had Zero drive like 45 minutes away to Toledo to pick me up from there. Went to the convention's place and stuff, played Frisbee for a little bit, went to the grocery store, you know, just fooled around there and stuff until his mom and his brother and T. Hizzle got there. Eventually get there, we go to the convention center, you know, we're just like packing our stuff up and getting all the food inside the hotel room. It was a nice, nice, nice hotel room. If you saw it in the video, I didn't show you the whole entire room, but there was a living room. I was sleeping in the kitchen, and it had 2 bathrooms, and there was like another room, like, I guess parents' room or something, whatever. And there was like another room with like 2 beds in it and stuff, and it was just like a huge place. It was almost like a little mini house or something. It was amazing. I slept on the couch though, which was still pretty nice. I liked the couch. But we get there, we pack all the food up, and it took a while. And then eventually just walking around and stuff, me, T. Hizzle, and Nick, of Team Ning Guiders, walking around, just, you know, seeing people. He's doing random interviews and stuff. He's doing like these random fucking interviews with people, and they made no sense. And he can never look directly at the camera. Like, he'd always look like to the left of the camera. And he even told me that, and I'm like, that's pretty funny, man. You can't look directly at the camera. But, you know, he couldn't do it. But, you know, he did the interviews. He interviewed Unicorn, Prussia, China. He interviewed a bunch of people. Ash Ketchum. And then Thursday night, me and Nick were walking around trying to find a panel that T. Hizzle was at. And I was dressed as Michael Jackson. He was dressed as, he was either Angry Video Game Nerd at that point or Takemichi from Najima. I don't remember who he was, but he was somebody. And I was like, you know, I was walking around, everybody was like, yeah, I want a picture. And I was just like, you know, doing poses, taking pictures with people and stuff. Someone called me sexy. I thought that was pretty awesome. And then, out of the blue, someone came up to me and she's like, oh, it's MJ. I always wanted to marry him. And I was just like, what? Like, I literally just started stuttering and stumbling my words. I could not form words at that point. I was just like, what do I do? How do I respond to that? You put me in a difficult position. It was a great difficult position, but still, that's the problem. She was fine. She was very, very fine. She was a PYT. And the fact that she said that to me, I was just like, thank you. It wasn't because I didn't like your compliment. It's just that I didn't know how to respond to it. I was just flabbergasted. I was flabbergasted because I've never heard it before. I've been going to cons for a year and doing the dressing as MJ. No one has ever said it before. It was just like, wow. But anyway, yes, Thursday night ended. I was actually supposed to go to the rave. It was supposed to be 80s themed. I don't think it was 80s themed though. I think they lied on the brochure because it didn't really seem 80s themed. So I went there and I had my bags on me. I had my camera bag and my duffel bag thing, and they're like, you can't have that. So I'm like, alright, I'm just gonna drop it off at the hotel room, go drink some juice, go make a sandwich, ham sandwich, and eat that. And I'm like, you know what, I'm getting kind of tired. I think I'm gonna rest for like half an hour. 2 hours later, T Hizzle and Zero wake me up and they're like, you've been asleep for a while, man. I'm like, you know what, I'm still tired. I'm gonna just rest a little bit more because the train ride was really long. So I rest a little bit more and I wake up at 10 o'clock in the morning because I overslept. That's what happens when you go on an 18-hour train ride, people, from Boston to Sandusky, Ohio. Don't do it. Well, do it only if you really want to be tired the very next day. That's the only reason you should do it. But then the next day happened Friday. Most cons start on Friday, but this con started on Thursday, which is really weird but awesome because it was like an extra. It was like a whole extra day to like, do stuff and be in cosplay and like, you know, just have fun. But Friday happened, and not much really happened Friday. I mean, well, yeah, a lot did happen Friday. I was dressed as K-Dash. I was, as well as doing Michael Jackson, Thriller, and Beat It, I did K-Dash from King of Fighters. And I saw Robert Garcia cosplayer, and he told me about this King of Fighters tournament, King of Fighters 13 tournament that was going on like around 9 o'clock p.m. So I get there in my K-Dash gear, and he's like dressed as Robert Garcia. We're both in the same series, basically. We're both in the same game, which is pretty funny. We're like the only King of Fighters cosplayers there at the tournament. Anyway, there was other King of Fighters cosplayers, but they were like all over the place, basically. So I have my little fight stick, my not fight stick, but arcade pad thing, fight arcade pad with Kuma on it, and everybody else has got their like fight arcade sticks and like their pro sticks and everything, and like, you know, playing arcades every day. I can't play like that. I was nervous as fuck because I thought I was gonna be like, you know what, I'm gonna lose to some guy with an arcade stick because he has an arcade stick. That's my basic functionality, theory, or whatever. If they have an arcade stick, you're gonna lose. You will lose no matter what. But surprisingly, I won 2 matches. Like, you know, I did one match, I beat that guy with an arcade stick somehow. Did another match, I beat that guy with an arcade stick. And then the last match I did was against Robert Garcia himself. And that was actually the final round of the tournament. Just me and him. K-Dash versus Robert Garcia. And he whooped my ass. He had KO Kusanagi, and he just knew all these combos and whatnot, and all this other focus attack dash cancel nonsense and stuff. So I'm just like, you know what, I lost. But at least I got second place though. I got second place in the tournament. I was not expecting that at all. I thought I was going to get like 9th place, because only 9 people entered into the tournament. But I got second place, which I was surprised about. And for getting second place, I got this t-shirt with boobs on it. I probably won't be wearing that outside anytime soon, but I don't know, next convention I go to I might wear it on. It's got boobs on it, it's kind of cool. But Friday I learned how to play Ninja finally. PAX East 2011, I saw people playing Ninja, but I didn't know what it was, what they were doing, or what it was even called back then. But Steve-O, Nick's brother, actually taught me and a bunch of other people how to play Ninja, and we played that for like 2.5 hours, and it was a lot of fun. Like, I don't know, I was surprised because all you have to do is, you don't even need like, you know, you don't need like an Xbox or a controller or your iPhone. You just have your body, your hands, your legs, and your reflexes. That's all you need to play Ninja. And we played that for like 2.5 hours. Definitely a very fun game. I'll definitely be playing that next time I go to a convention. Whatever that may be, I don't know. Maybe something else. Maybe something different. No, not really. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be Kineticon 2012. Kineticon! I'm coming for you. But anyway, yeah. So I played Ninja, and Rem, she taught me some little technique things like, you know, move your arm like this. Thank you very much, Rem, for teaching me the techniques for the fundamentals of Ninja. Thank you for teaching me the fundamentals of Ninja. So we played that for a little bit, and then Friday, what else happened Friday? Not much really happened Friday. Colossalcon Next Top Motto. Yes, that happened Friday. A lot of people said it was a train wreck. I thought it was an interesting show. I mean, it kind of seemed 18 plus because of all the things that were said, like, you know, they wanted the girls to take off their tops and clothes and stuff like that. Not the people in the audience. The people in the audience obviously wanted that, including me, but the judges themselves said, take your top off, take your clothes off, take your panties off, shake your booty, all that kind of stuff. That's what the judges said, so it was kind of a little out there, but I still thought it was a fun show. I thought it was pretty interesting, and there wasn't a winner because somebody, like, got pissed off or something, and they couldn't announce the winner or something for some odd reason, but whatever, we'll find out. We'll find out who the winner is. I'm voting for Riku, though, because, you know, I'm a Final Fantasy X2 fan, so I'm going to have to vote for Riku, just because. Just because Riku. And she was wearing on her songstress dress weird, which was awesome. Because songstress was a class I never used in Final Fantasy X2. Ever! I never used that class. Well, I did for like 2 seconds, but that was it. And, let's see, I went to the rave like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was dancing like a weirdo, I guess, like a complete maniac. I was dancing for so long, I was so tired, I was just basically just going like this. And I was just like, oh, this is dancing at the extreme. Oh, yeah. And I saw Venom dancing with his pole. His pole, he was dancing with that, it was pretty interesting. And then, let's see. I eventually fell asleep in my hotel room, not in a rave. I didn't fall asleep there. Fell asleep in my hotel room, and I woke up Saturday morning, and dodgeball happened. If you saw Saturday footage, you saw 9.5 minutes of just pure dodgeball. Not even the actual dodgeball tournament, but just people going down the hallway, following Kuwabara, yelling dodgeball. That's what happened. That's what happened. It was the best thing ever. Because you know what? The actual dodgeball tournament, it sucked. For one thing, our team consisted of me, Steve-O, T-Hizzle, Zero, a guy in a straight jacket, and Monkey D. Luffy. And basically, we lost the very first round against none other than Kuwabara himself and his team that won dodgeball cosplay last year. So we had to go up against it. That was the very first match of the dodgeball tournament, and we lost instantly. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, I was holding a ball, and all of a sudden I got hit in the hand. I'm like, oh, I died. And yeah, it kind of sucked. We just kind of left all sulky like. But then we played Ninja for like a long time. We played Ninja for a very long time. And then some other random stuff went on. There was a Hetalia music video thing. I was doing like a behind the scenes thing on the Hetalia music video thing because I really like Hetalia. So I just kind of followed them around a bit. And then there was a thing called Hetalia Survivor that was going on. And basically it was like, you know, Hetalia but with Survivor but with Hetalia characters. And, you know, someone would be voted off. And, you know, I got there a little bit late. But if I had gotten there early, my choice for the person to win would have been America. Second would come Italy. Third, I don't really know what my third would be. America and Italy. That's America and Italy. That's all I can think of right now. And then it got down probably England, because that England was pretty awesome. That England pirate cosplayer person was pretty awesome. But yeah, it got down to Canada, Russia, and China. And I honestly think that if China hadn't dodged the questions about Yaoi so much, China would have won. China would have won the whole thing, but kept dodging the questions about Yaoi, kept, you know, like thinking, acting like she couldn't hear them. Ended up losing. Well, she got third place, which I guess is pretty good, but she could have won it all. And then of course it was Russia versus Canada. I'm just like, you know what? Canada's not gonna win this. Canada cannot win. Canada always loses on the show. So why would Canada win today? And lo and behold, Canada somehow won. I was like, what? I was surprised, but I was also pretty happy because the underdog actually won the whole entire thing. They beat America, they beat England, they beat Prussia, they beat Russia, they beat China, they beat Italy, they beat everybody. It's just like, wow. That was a shocker right there. That was a major shocker. My goodness. Congratulations, Canada. You make great bacon, and you have an awesome jacket that's red. Yes, maple leaf. Does Canada make syrup? I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm not even sure. And then what else happened Saturday? Ooh. Me and Nick were walking in the hall, and randomly this girl came up to me. She's like, "Want a free kiss?" I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Want a free kiss?" I'm like, "Yes!" So she gave me a kiss on the cheek. I think I actually recorded that though, or I recorded like the after, what happened after that and stuff. Like I showed Nick's face and stuff, and he had a kiss mark on his face. And let me count the amount of times I got kissed at this convention. 1, 2, 3, about 5 times basically. 5 times at this convention. Previous times I've gone to conventions, I've never been kissed before at all. Not once, but this one convention I got kissed at least 5 times. About 3 of them are due to a game of, one of them was the one I just mentioned. 3 of them are due to a game of Spin the Bottle that was happening randomly outside of Homestuck cosplayers, which I joined in, and I had the time of my life playing that. And one of them was from a random girl. These 2 random girls are walking around wearing on fishnet and rave gear and stuff. They were giving people kisses randomly. They asked if I wanted lips or cheek. I said lips. And then we kissed for like 2 or 3 seconds. It was amazing. It was amazing. But yeah, I got kissed a lot at this convention. I was not expecting that at all, but it happened. It happened, and I'm glad it happened. No, that wasn't me coughing because I got disease or something. That's not what just happened. Ignore that. So anyway, Saturday, yeah, I played spin the bottle, spin the tail in the bottle. What kind of game is spin the tail in the bottle? Spin the bottle, and that was a lot of fun. And then, well, I played some Ninja. I played a lot of Ninja this weekend. Like, I played so much Ninja. Like, that's basically what I did the whole entire weekend. And you may have noticed there's no masquerade footage or cosplay chess footage. I didn't really feel the need to go to those. I really didn't. Like, you know, cosplay chess happened like so early in the morning we couldn't make it. And the masquerade, it's like, you know, I don't know, I just didn't really feel like going to the masquerade. The line was so long and it was delayed by like an hour and it was all screwed up. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna go to Hetalia Survivor and go play Ninja and go hang out at the water park and hang out with Nick and Zero and everybody else and just have fun with them guys, you know, just have fun doing that. Don't need to go to the masquerade every time I go to an anime convention. Don't need to go to cosplay chess every time I go to a cosplay convention, even though I've been in Anime Boston cosplay chess before as an actual special attack, which was really awesome. I enjoyed it very much. I enjoyed being a special attack. I hope to do it again next year, but as K-Dash. But anyway, Sunday happened. Actually, Saturday, there was a rave. I went to the rave a little bit. Me and Steve and some other girl, we went to the rave. And we talked for a few hours, and then Steve tried following her to her room after like at 6 o'clock in the morning. Her boyfriend was up. He saw Steve. The boyfriend was very pissed. Now, me and Steve were supposed to hang out with this girl like sometime on Sunday, but after what Steve did, that plan was X'd. X'd like a snake's head. A snake's head was X'd off that day. It was a sad day because she was an awesome girl to talk to, but oh well, it happens. So then Sunday happens. Let's see what happens Sunday. Not much really. Like, you know, I was trying to find everybody. Like, me and Steve ended up like working on for like at least 2 hours trying to find Nick, T Hizzle, Zero, and everybody, his mom included. And we couldn't find them. It took forever and ever and ever to find anybody. Eventually we found them, but then we lost them again. We're looking for more hours and hours, and eventually we just, you know, we're like, screw it. Let's go to the water park and swim and have fun. Now, this is a part where things get crazy. You know, we're just in a wave pool thing. We're just swimming in there for a little bit. And then Steve's like, you know what? Let's go to this big slide. There's like this really huge slide. It's red. It's like a red tube. I don't know if anybody recognizes that one, but it's like a red tube that goes like downwards. and it goes into like it ends up going into like a funnel, and you're spinning around a funnel bowl, and eventually you go down to like this little hole. There's like a pool in there. It's like 6.5 feet big. But anyway, Steve is like, let's go in there. I'm like, I can't swim, man. I can't swim, and I don't like water in my face. I do not like water in my face at all. Don't put water in my face. I will get pissed off, and I'll just start going crazy. I do not like water in my face, my nose, my eyes. I go blind. I can't breathe. It's terrible. And then Steve was like, you'll be safe. It's only, you're 6'4". The pool is 6.5 feet. Your feet will touch the ground, and your face won't even touch the water. And then I'm just like, no. And then he's just like, he's trying to make me look bad in front of this girl who was working there at the line. Like, he's like, oh, he can't go on. I'm just like, you know what? Screw you. Peer pressure got me. I went on the slide. I'm going down the tube, and I'm just like, this isn't so bad after all. All of a sudden, I get water in my face, and I'm just like, oh, shit. I'm getting water in my face. I can't see. I have to hold my breath like this. And water's going in my nose. I'm going to die. I'm going to die in this tube. And then eventually, I think it goes outwards. I had my eyes closed the whole time because I wasn't really sure. But it goes out of the tunnel into the funnel. Tunnel, funnel. That rhymes. That's funny. I'm just going around. I'm just like, oh, shit. I hope my feet touch the ground and I don't drown. I fall into the tube. I fall straight into the pool. Everything. 100% of me fell into the pool. And I can't swim, so I was just like... And I was just gasping. I wasn't even gasping for air. I had my breath was held the whole time. Eventually a lifeguard comes over, and he's like trying to like rescue me and stuff, and I'm just like going like this, trying to get above water. My face is in the water. I could tell my nose is all clogged up, and it just felt like the weirdest sensation ever. It was a terrible sensation. I did not like it. I was drowning. I was dying. I was dying for a short period there. Maybe not necessarily dying like getting stabbed, but I was drowning, and you know, since I'm like Luffy, if I go in the water, I'm basically gonna drown. It's like, you know, almost dying. And the last thing I could think of was like, I'm gonna die in this pool at this water park in Sandusky, Ohio. This is how my life is gonna end. And it was a terrible feeling, a very terrible feeling. Then eventually, the lifeguard gets me out of the pool. He gets me out, drags me out. I step on the steps and I get out, and Steve's like, you can't swim? I'm like, yeah, Steve, I've been saying that for like the last 10 minutes. I cannot swim. And he's just like, alright, I'm going to teach you how to swim then. So we go back to the wave pool, and you know, he's telling me the basics of swimming, like, you know, you want to do this and kick your feet up or some crap like that. And I didn't really understand. It was a strange concept because I can't swim. I cannot swim. As I was saying before the video cut off on me, I cannot swim, so I was just like, alright, you know, thanks for teaching me, Steve. Thanks for actually teaching me how to swim. Which is probably the nicest thing he done all weekend, was teach me how to swim and stuff, despite the fact that he'd been trolling people all weekend and trying to have sex with people's IDs with his own ID. This is what an ID looks like, by the way. So yeah, he actually did teach me the basics of swimming. I didn't understand it, but it was nice of him anyway. But then, you know, we eventually find Nick and everybody else, Nick T. Hizzle, Zero, in the arcade game room. And, you know, just sitting in there, you know, just playing games, trying to win tickets and stuff, and, you know, just fooling around and whatever. Then the challenge happened. I'm not going to talk about the challenge. That's going to be the next video. And then eventually, we get ready to leave. We leave. And everyone says their goodbyes. Zero, T. Hizzle, and Steve-O go in another car, in one car. Me, Nick's mom, and Nick himself go in another car. We go to Applebee's, we eat there. You know, we're sitting there having a good time talking about plans for next year, possibly. I don't know, maybe next year I'll go back to Colossalcon. That was a very fun place. I had a lot of... It was different. It was very different from other conventions. Like, most other conventions I've been to, like, you know, it's just a convention, that's it. Besides PAX Prime, where it's like, you know, the convention in the whole entire city, basically. Which is like the awesomest thing ever, but I won't be able to go this year, unfortunately. Due to the fact that the tickets are sold out. So I won't be able to go to PAX Prime. Oh well. Got to go to Colossalcon though. Colossalcon was great. But it was a water park. It was a convention, a water park, a zoo. I didn't go to the zoo part, but I heard a lot about it. There was just so much to do. It was like, damn. And for the first time, I actually got to hang out with people that I knew, you know? Like, I know Teen Guys. I've known it for, like, since 2010, almost. Not in real... I mean, you actually had to meet for the first time in person. And, you know, it was great. You know, being able to hang out with people I know, as opposed to just going to a convention alone. You know, I do the room share thing, but, you know, I don't usually hang out with the people I room share with. I hung out a lot with Steve-O, a lot with Nick, a lot with T-Hizzle, a lot with Zero. And hang out with everybody, pretty much. Definitely a lot of fun. But, the one thing I don't like is the fact that, I left my bag at the rave with Nick's mom, and she just kind of left it there. She left, but she didn't take the bags with her. And someone could have taken it. That kind of irked me, but other than that, everything was great. Everything was great. Not much really else happened. I mean, you pretty much saw everything that happened. Like, you know, a bunch of other random stuff happened, but yeah, I'm not even gonna talk about it. But let's see. I mentioned I went home. It was a 20-hour train ride, and it was very, 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 very annoying. I don't like train rides. I might go by plane next time. It's expensive, but it's better for the ass. Much better. Much, 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 much better for the ass. But anyway, let's talk about the swag I got. Of course, I got Pocky. Finally got to try Pocky. I love it. It is the best thing in the world. This is like only $2. This was like $5 or $4. I don't even remember how much it was. It was some amount of money. Got this. Nick's mom gave it to me. She works for convention staff, or Colossalcon con staff, so she got these from a meeting, I guess, and she like gave me all this Energy C. It tastes pretty good too. There's like enough packs in there to last me for like at least 2 or 3 months. Thank you very much, Nick's mom. Thank you very much, Jewel Mom. That's what, yeah, Jewel Mom. Okay, Jewel Mom. Also, of course, I got this T-shirt. You already saw it though. Got boobs on it. Blue hair girl boobs. Who doesn't love that? And let me tell you about this. There's a funny story behind these games. Okay, I got Limited Saga, Dragon Quest VIII, and some Ben 10 game. I don't really care about Ben 10 though, but these 2 games are, oh my god. So Sunday, you know, I was sitting by like the artist alley place, and I guess one of the artist people, she like came up to me. She's like, she went up some of my Pocky and stuff. So I let her have some Pocky, and you know, we just sitting talking. I was talking to her and her other friends and stuff for a while. Then eventually she's like, "Hey, you want some games?" And I'm like, "Sure. What kind of games?" She's like, "PS2 games." Like, yeah, give it to me. I want them. So she takes out this, and the Ben 10 game. I'm like, "Oh, how much you want for them?" You're like, "You can have them." And I'm like, No. I can't take these games for free. So I hand her 3 boxes of the strawberry Pocky, and she just exploded with happiness. So I gave her those, and I got these free games. I've never played Dragon Quest. Well, I've played the demo before. Never thought I'd actually own the game though, but I now own Dragon Quest VIII! Yeah! And a Limited Saga, which I've been playing a lot recently. It is very difficult. It is so confusing as fuck. Like, it's a board game / RPG / roulette thing. It's insane. Like, it's impossible to get past the first stage. Literally it is. I'm playing as Kurt right now. It is impossible to get past the first stage. I got past it, but it took me like several hours to get past the very first level. But got those free games, and I'm happy about that purchase. I didn't buy a lot this time. I really didn't buy a lot. Like, I don't know. I just didn't feel like spending money. Oh yeah, my Cthulhu hat. I got my Cthulhu hat as well. I think it's Cthulhu. I hope it's Cthulhu. That's what I kept telling people that asked me. Like, so many people on Sunday asked me what this hat was. I told them it was Cthulhu. and they just looked at me like I was crazy, like, who the fuck is Cthulhu? But it's a Cthulhu hat, I think. If you nod, the ears shake, or the wings shake. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, Colossalcon 2012. What else can I say about it? I enjoyed it. It was very, very enjoyable. I enjoyed the Colossalcon Next Top Model. I enjoyed getting kissed like 5 times, which has never happened before at a convention. Plenty of hugs, but never kisses. I've never been kissed before at a convention, but it happened, and I'm glad it happened, and I hope it happens again. Got to try out Pocky for the first time. Pocky is awesome. I love Pocky. I'm gonna buy some more next time I go to convention. Oh wait, they don't sell it at other conventions. It's banned at other conventions. Shit. Whatever. Got to play Ninja for the first time, and on Sunday I became like Ninja Sensei Master like at least 20 times. Against Steve-O, who originally taught me how to play, so I felt pretty accomplished. This weekend was very, very much accomplished. But I will stop rambling on now, and I will go and let you see the cosplay pictures. Enjoy them, and if you see yourself, say something like, oh, I saw myself! I was MJ, and I was K-Dash! But my glove for K-Dash really sucks, so I'm going to have to buy a glove on eBay and paint it red and hope it looks better. That's what I would say if I saw myself. I don't think I will, though. But alright, people, this has been VideoGameStupid with Colossalcon 2012 recap. And I shall see you later in the next video, where I'll talk about the challenge.
Recap+Photos.